Be honest with me. What was
Yeah.
the mental health journey throughout that whole period of time?
Do you know where I sit in? There was a long period of time. I guess that those words of man up or you just roll with it. Just roll with it. Just man up is the most amount of nonsense that I've ever heard, because it's that in of itself is what's caused the crazy suicide rates that we see, especially in men, and the way in which it's spiraling out of control, because it's like, keep it inside, repress it, put it under the carpet, don't talk about it. That's what we do. That very alpha way. And thankfully, and this goes back to my parents, my grandma and my mum in particular, it was all about open and conversation and speaking and have open conversation and be able to get it out and have a convo. And I think that there was periods where I rode through it. And I think Miami was kind of just, was a break from a lot of things, and me being out there and being in a different climate, a different culture, enjoying those things, but that still wasn't fulfilling what I was really looking for. What I really wanted was connection and relationship in a way that I'd experienced almost in those kind of early doors before the first album and when it hit. So the roller coaster ride is, you find character in your lows, 100%. You ask the questions, the real questions, do you really want to do this? Are you really about this? And I am a musician through and through, and I love it, but the depression is real. Mental health in the multitude and myriad of different ways that can come about is real, and it's something that you can only, half the battle I've always sort of spoken about, is talking to, is being able to express that to someone you can confide in, and even if it's not someone you can confide in a phone line that you can pick up and just speak to someone you don't know. Maybe in some ways that can be even better. You can just go, I've got off my chest, and they're hearing you, they see you. But that's only half the battle. The rest is then a journey of, they call it in more spiritual circles, the dark night of the soul, of going through into a place where you're going to uncover everything that was put under that carpet, having to bring it to the light and having to bring it up and work through it to find a place where you pull the carpet up and all the dust goes up everywhere, and you start to see where it lands. You start to say, okay, this was a story that I was telling myself. The things I was defining myself, of my self-worth through how I looked and the approval of others. This was authority figures feeling like they had something over me. The power I had when I was the entrepreneur selling chocolates and making the songs. That's really who I've always been. But I had the abandoning, you used that earlier, abandoning yourself. When that starts to happen, it could spiral out of control. And I had injuries and physical injuries through all the training and stuff that I did as well. That spiraled me into different depths of depression where I was just like, whoa, I've never experienced this. When things happen that you've never, they cumulatively build up, but then there's something that breaks it, just snaps it. And at that point, it just feels like, whoa, and you're on free fall. That's the feeling I feel with depression. I've experienced that, I know how it is. And I haven't really been as vocal, I guess, as today about that. And I feel it's necessary because I don't want to be the one who's telling the story. I want to be so authentic, and I want to open up. Like you said, you spoke about things that you needed to get off your chest and let people know the other side of all this. Because in that is where all the beauty and empathy really is, and people can connect and they say, oh, what? So you went through that. So it isn't this thing that only me. And all of a sudden we're all connected, and I'm thinking, yes. And then I'm inspired by people who kind of wear the heart on their sleeves now.